Hello, thanks for tuning in to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I want to ask you to go ahead and subscribe, like this video. You can go ahead and do that now. If I say anything that enlightens you, that you agree with or even disagree with, leave a comment in the comment section. And today I want to talk to you about just running your own race. I was told a long time ago by an older gentleman. He gave me some wisdom. He said, do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And I knew what he meant. He said, just look around you. Do the opposite of what you see everyone else is doing. At that time, everyone was putting rims on their cars and spending money foolishly. And he said, do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And that is true today. When you look at YouTube and Instagram and just social media, period, I want to encourage you just to do the opposite of what you see everyone else doing. Everyone else they're just going on these shopping sprees, spending money, traveling, just overindulging. Just, since when has life become about how much money you spend? And let's be honest. A lot of the videos, a lot of the trips wouldn't even be taken if it wasn't for YouTube. If they couldn't video a lot of the trips, people wouldn't do it. People wouldn't spend so excessively if they couldn't post it or put in a video. And, King Solomon, he said something I was reading today. King Solomon, he said this. He said, to everything, there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. If he was here today, he would say there's a time to use your credit card and there's a time to get out of credit card debt. There's a time to go on trips, but there's a time to refrain from going on trips. There's a time to post and there's a time to not post. I'm sure he would say that if he was here today. And so what I want to encourage you to do if you want to get out of debt is to just run your own race. Look, don't try to keep up with what everyone else is doing. Because there's another scripture in the Bible that says a fool and their money will soon part. A lot of people are struggling behind the scenes and they're just in over their head in credit card debt. And you don't even know it by looking at them. They're driving nice cars. They're dressing in nice clothes. You can't tell it. Everything looks good on the outside, but if you look at the credit card bills, you'll see they're living beyond their means. Look, even me, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of spending money I didn't have in order to be able to enjoy the things of life right now and being able to pay for them later. But I also understand that there comes a time where you have to pay for what you purchased on credit. And I'm in that season. I'm not trying to still keep up with the Joneses and, go on trips and buy this and buy that. I have plenty of credit cards that are 0% interest, but I'm not interested in maxing those credit cards out or even using them to add on more and more debt. My goal in 2025, God's willing, is to get out of credit card debt and to pivot, to transition into using cash for liabilities or things that my wife and I desire and using credit to buy assets. That's what my plan is for getting out of debt. Not that I won't use debt, but I won't use debt to buy liabilities. And so the debt that I do use, I'll have a plan in place for that debt to be paid off by the asset. And so I want to encourage those of you who are, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, or even if you're feeling left behind, you feel like, well, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses. Matter of fact, the Joneses have passed me and they're continuing to pass me. That's all right. Be at peace with what you have. Educate yourself on how to build your credit. It's very simple. All you got to do is Google it. That's how I went from having 519 credit to having excellent credit. I just Googled it. But I had a dream. And the Lord told me to dream to fix my credit and the opportunities that would be available to me if I would fix my credit. I was a Christian. I wasn't interested in credit. I always felt like you can just get with cash anything you want, even with bad credit. But as I began to educate myself, I realized you pay less for money when you have excellent credit. I can't tell you all the opportunities that my wife and we have had because we have excellent credit. So yes, we're not of this world, but we live in this world, and we have to buy things on credit at times. And so you need excellent credit. Even if you don't plan on shopping with it, even if you don't plan on going on trips with your credit, you need excellent credit when you buy a house or when you buy a car. And, I believe that it's okay to start out using credit, but at some point in time, I believe that we all should develop the discipline to save the money that we need to buy our next car. You buy a car, you pay it off, and while that car is paid off, you're making enough money to buy your next car cash. Or even if you do use credit to buy your next car, you use 0% interest credit cards. And so you're only paying the same amount that you would have had you saved the money. Because interest will take money from you. Interest will take money from you. So you don't want to work to pay interest. You want to keep all your credit cards 0% interest. Use balance transfers if you need to use them. Use low interest credit cards if you need to use them. But yeah, you want to pay as little interest as possible. That's why I don't even get credit cards with high interest rates that, you have to carry the debt over from 1 month to another. I don't even use those. They're no benefit because the interest is gonna, eat your profit up. That high interest. So yeah, you just got to be wise. And so, listen, I hope that I encourage someone to just know that, godliness with contentment is great gain. You run your race. You be content with such things as you have. You got to know that you are valuable even without stuff. Stuff does not make you. Back when I was growing up, in the South, we had this saying, man makes the money, money don't make the man. And we lived by that, that was a saying of ours. So that's still true today. You make money. Money does not make you. Money was made by man, for man. So rule your money and don't let your money rule you. Rule your credit card. Don't let your credit card rule you. Use your credit card. Don't let your credit card use you. All right. Thanks for tuning in to this video. Look, I got more on the way. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Bye-bye.